I forgot that I mute myself. So anyways, oh wait, why do I still have this here? This is a very old setup that I stopped using in a long time. And let's get rid of that. Yeah, looks nicer. Anyways, I had to crop the screen, the window screen, so that nothing too sensitive comes up by accident. And apparently my delivery, they delivered the wrong item, so it's been 20 minutes since I was promised that the so-called people will come. Let me just lower this a bit. So yeah, wait, let me lower this a bit more. Okay, so yeah, still waiting for my 9-piece chicken nuggets. They give me a 4-piece McWing, and I was supposed to get 9-piece chicken nuggets. I was, speak of the devil, this year. Wow, really speak of the devil. I got my chicken nuggets right when I was complaining. I got the guy came, rang the doorbell, and he was like, and both of us were like constantly apologizing. Yeah. Oh, why am I apologizing? Why is he apologizing? Well, he doesn't really need to apologize since it's just the guy that's like really rude. So and then now I have so much napkins, so much chili, so much curry sauce for no reason as well. So I guess I'll eat while we learn Japanese. Then I can also. Oh yeah, I was apologizing because I could have said it earlier, but because I was streaming, so I didn't really get to check my stuff like what 30 minutes. I can't remember. So yeah, so this is how I usually study Japanese. You can see here I have some scripts installed on my Wanikani. Usually what I do, when I first started, I actually learn. You have to learn the basics of which is the alphabet. So I learned hiragana first, and then katakana. I place a lot of emphasis on hiragana since it's a kanji and stuff. Katakana is mostly foreign loan words, so it's still not so bad really. Then after that, I was searching here and there. I found Tay Kim's one first. Wanikani came a lot later because I realized that when I first started learning Japanese, there were not a lot of Japanese resources, or because I wasn't looking hard enough. It's not like last time when I was learning Korean, where I just visit one or two subreddit threads and they let me to talk to me in Korean. Was it UOTK? I can't remember. So yeah. So then once I found Wanikani, then I found so many more resources. I realized, holy shit, there's so much Japanese resources out there. It's ridiculous. So yeah. So now I just bought the Lifetime, and I bought the Lifetime for Wanikani. I'm also using Bunpo. Can you see it on my screen? Yeah, I bought the Bunpo. I also read NHK Web Easy, because it's a lot easier for me to understand. And if I remember, usually NHK Web Easy is more catered towards kids. So since my so-called ability to speak Japanese is below kids level, so I should be doing kids level, because kindergarten level is too boring for me. I tried. That was my mistake with Korean. I tried reading Korean nursery and all those. I got bored of it and stuff, and I lost the motivation to learn Korean. But Japanese, on the other hand, I make sure not to actually repeat that same mistake. I hope I don't have to reverb. Do I still have to reverb? No? Okay, cool. So yeah, so now I'm going to start with our Wanikani. I'm going to start off with doing all my reviews first. And apparently it's 2 o'clock, so let me refresh that. Actually, yeah, quite a bit. Let me refresh my Bumpo as well. Yep, 50 reviews. I installed a few scripts. If you ever want to know what kind of scripts I use, I can always just put in the description of the video, because I'll definitely archive it. You can see this gives you the stats like, oh yeah, you learned 100% of what grade 1 Japanese students are supposed to learn. You technically learn 100% of the kanji words for N5. Very close to N4. But of course, grammar, reading, listening is important as well. You may have you may have the knowledge of an N1 kanji person, but you may not have the N1 level of a listener or reader or writing. In a sense writing. So we're going to start about reviews. I'm going to do all my reviews first. I also do Anki. I create my own Anki there. And last time I used to put almost every words that I don't know into the Anki there. But that's when I realized that I'm kind of overloading myself. So in that I keep it easy. And plus now I have uni life and all that. So I have to take it slow. I can't be studying Japanese every day. Of course, I'll do the reviews every day because I bought Lifetime for Bumpo and Wanikani. But yeah, so without further ado, let's do our reviews. I'll try to probably say how I learn certain things, how I like my learning philosophy. I guess I'm not so sure. Everyone has sort of a different sense of learning. So you might also be wondering like why is like I just got that wrong. Why did I decide to backspace and redo? You know, sometimes when your brain just lags or you have a brain fart, so sometimes you can't really it's poem. So sometimes I use that script is to really give my brain a second chance, like hey, since I have brain fart now, it's okay, we can try again. It's not an issue. Okay, this is, what is this? Absence. Okay, so that's sort of my way, is to, so that at least I can forgive myself better. Okay. Oops, I got it wrong with another word. This one. So for me, how I learn, because now it's holidays, so I can learn more. I don't have to be very concerned about studying and stuff. So what I usually do is I will go a little bit. I'll go on my normal pace, which is 15 reviews per day. And that's, what's the other Menagerie? I don't know how to spell it. Menagerie. Oh, Menagerie, okay. Menagerie. Yeah. And that's excluding Bumpo. Bumpo, sometimes you will get stuck. So what you want to do is take it easy, not learn anything new. And also Satozu. No? Satozu. Oh, what? Didn't I get it right now? Oh, Sotozu. So usually I'll do 15 reviews a day. I'll write it on my iPad right now. At least your brain. I can't remember. I remember someone once mentioned that while you're writing it, you also say out the words so that your brain can better memorize it. If I remember, it's from one of the Japanese YouTubers. He said that's how you should actually learn things, or this is so-called philosophy. Which it doesn't matter. If you have a learning philosophy, then you should go with your learning philosophy. But of course, if you don't have, find some inspiration and craft out your own philosophy. There's no issue following other people's philosophy if it works for you. Like for me, during my studies, I think during my uni, which I'm still in, my school starts in like 2 weeks time, sadly speaking, because I won't get to do much Japanese stuff. I'll probably focus more on my studies because that's more important. What you want to do is really experiment. For me, I always experiment my study stuff because in uni you study so many things. Like engineering, you study so many topics under the sun. So what you want to do, right, is try to find a study method that will work and go with it. For me, I found I think 2 or 3 study methods that work with me, but I'm still finding more because I think there are always better methods, or in a sense, more efficient methods of study. Huh? Oh. So it's really finding a method to study. For me, Japanese, I realized doing Anki, doing Wanikani, doing Bunpo is quite good. And every now and then, if I'm free, I'll do NHK, and then I'll do my passive immersion in listening to music, watching anime. I think probably that worked out pretty well, which is why I still have the motivation to study Japanese. For Korean, probably one of the reason why I lost motivation is because I watch K-drama. The K-drama is always romance. It gets me really, really bored. I get bored of it. Okay, what is this? G-Shock. Yeah, to those people watching, I hope you have a wonderful day. Really, if you're ever interested in learning a language, if you are scared, the only thing I can say is go for it. Just learn. You won't lose anything from learning. You know, we are humans. We are made to learn. You know, every day you should try to learn something. Even if you don't learn anything, it's okay. But make sure the next day you learn again. You learn something. You see, it doesn't be anything. You know, you could also read up on those 5 minutes. Did you know facts? You know, I don't think anyone will complain. You know, so sometimes these 5 minutes facts, right? From what I realized is I used to do that. You know, I'll read 5 minutes facts. So when I talk to people I don't know, and they mention it's just nice, maybe both for you don't really share much interest, you can speak whatever 5 minutes facts you know, and if the person also knows something about that 5 minute facts, or apparently they know something, I don't know, then you found a common ground to work on. That's why I realized yeah, my friends will always tell me, why you know so many things. I just say, oh, because just nice I was reading this, or I picked this up from the library. Like the last time I went to a library, I borrowed a book on 5G, how 5G works. What was the history of this 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G? Oh wait, this is name. So yeah, you know, always learn something. Because you never know, there'll be one day, right, where that knowledge might be useful. But of course, don't learn those very abstract, very niche knowledge that not many people would learn unless you're interested in it. Then, good for you, I would say. Good for you. Because to me, learning may not be as easy as learning how to play a game. But the thing is, it's more satisfying to Actually, I also don't know where I'm going with this. Let's just stop there. I was about to like speak some wise words, but then I realized it's not wise at all. I'm not a wise person, I would say. I made a lot of mistakes. But of course, it annoys me when people think they know everything, or people complain about like, oh, certain things are too hard. Because for me, right, I'm actually a very dumb person. See, yeah, I may have gotten to uni, so that doesn't mean I'm a smart person, you see. It just means that, you know, I was hardworking enough. I had a bit of luck on my side to get into uni. I'm not smart. Like, my friends will always say, hey, why are you so smart? I'll tell them, no, I'm not smart. Like, sure, the lecturer taught this, I understand the concept within 5 minutes, but the thing is, that's short term. If you're talking about long term, my friends would do so much better than me. They would see a concept that we learned at the beginning of the semester and be able to understand in 30 minutes, where it takes me at least an hour, which is pretty sad, in all honesty speaking. So yeah, so we are done with Wanikani. Holy shit, I talked so much, man, it's ridiculous. Anyways, I wonder if you can actually see it from here. So you can see I have the review interval to see like whether I'm answering reviews fast enough, and from the looks of it, yes. But it's a bit bugged because I've never done a review that takes more than 10 minutes. You can see 97 reviews. You can also see that tomorrow I have 104 reviews in a day and 110 next Saturday. You can also see this my heat map, how much I've been doing work, especially during uni. You can see that I sometimes skip days, sometimes I just mainly do reviews. The days that are very dark in color is because I have a bit of time, so I was continuously doing reviews. And see what I burned. I burned about 1079. Oh, why? What? Why did Siri come out? You can see sometimes I'll read through the community posts. Because sometimes the community posts, they introduce certain resources to you, they just want to read through. Sometimes some people are talking about their level 60 journey, yes. Then sometimes you see like what Katsuki, and Genki. You can see like all of this. So that's for Wanikani in terms of reviews. I was going to do reviews of Bunpo. Bunpo is grammar in Japanese. So you just type in, so it's like eiga wo, then you fill in the blank, which is what you want to fill in is the past progressive tense, if I remember the word correctly. I know it's past, but I don't know whether it's progressive. It's definitely not future, so yeah. Is it te? No, it's ni. Ni-ki. Ni. Kedo. Oh, yeah. Forgot. Yeah, so like maybe let's say I'm still struggling with like certain like grammar particles, I would not do any reviews, or I might do reviews depending on how confident I feel I can actually get it. Olila 彼女はバス停で降りらませんでした。降りなかった。難しい。It's not hard. 難しいません。難しくありません。壁に ラニを食べに甘いHey, what is this? Why is it cool? Is it because I actually... Oh, it's okay. 難しくありません。甘くなおりなおりくありませんでした。おりなかったです。おりなかったです。So that's all for the grammar reviews. So actually, I'm not sure whether you guys can hear it. I realized that it's quite low on my end. I mean, it's okay. Sort of. I mean, for myself, I can still hear my voice. So I hope that I wasn't talking for 21 minutes. And you guys won't be able to hear anything. So anyways, next off is NHK. Because now it's Christmas period, so I guess the people at Web Easy are busy celebrating Christmas. But yeah, I've read these three. This one is about the okay, I remember this one. They are building a new Gundam in one of the other states, which is Fukuokashi. This one is they're talking about their canoe, their ops. It was supposed to be for the Japan Olympic 2020, which happened this year. Apparently, they were saying that most of their Olympic facility are losing money because not many people know about it or something like that. Remember, this one on the other hand is Omicron. I can't really remember what this news is about. Okay, so we just read this two. Usually I read them aloud, so maybe we can lower the music so that I can better hear myself. Usually once I finish this news, I will then go to DeepL. Wait, can you actually see it? Oh, you can't see. Okay. Because I saw some very, very long suggestions and I got a bit confused there where they can see it. So yeah, usually I finish the articles, I will then go through DeepL to see whether I got certain words correct, whether I translated the words in my head correctly, because translation and language learning is two different things. Oh, don't mind my Japanese. I want to eat my nuggets though. I'll probably eat them later. Okay, let's start. Pardon my Japanese pronunciation, it's not there yet. 25日からとても寒くなって日本海側は雪がたくさん降りそう。Bit nervous. I mean, that's not doing the singing stream. I was also quite nervous. I'm still so nervous. 気象庁によると、25日からとても冷たい空気が日本の空に入ってきます。このため、日本海側では天気がとても も暗くなって雪がたくさん降りそうです。25日の朝から26日の朝までに降る雪は新潟県で 60cm から 80cm になるところがありそうです。北陸地方は 40cm から 60cm、中国地方は 30cm から 50cm、近畿地方は 20cm から 40cm くらいになりそうです。強い風や雪は28日頃まで続きそうです。気象庁は雪崩や強い風、高い波に気をつけるように言っています。コースの情報もよく調べるように言っています。So, basically, from what I can gather from this information is that, because I think they made a similar article a few days back, warning the Japanese people who are living in certain states that the snowfall might increase. So what they're saying is snowfall might increase from 60 to 80 cm in this place called Niigata-ken, which is a prefecture, Niigata. And here also increase, and they're saying that there will be strong winds on the 28th, if I am correct. So to see whether I'm correct, I'm going to here, let me look. Sometimes you can also learn new katakana words from this, like vaccine, data, Omicron, shopping center. It's all in katakana, surprisingly. So according to the Japan Meteorological Agency, a very cold air will enter the Japanese sky from the 25th. As a result, the weather of the Sea of Japan side will be very bad and a lot of snow is likely to fall. Yeah, so basically the Sea of Japan side, I assume it's like Hokkaido, all those, very near the sea, I think. The snowfall is from the morning of 25th to the morning of 26th. It's likely to reach 60 to 80 cm in some place in Niigata Prefecture. Your Hokuriku region will see 40 to 60 cm. The Chugoku region 30 to 50 cm and the Kinki region 20 to 40 cm. Strong winds and snow are likely to continue until around the 28th. So it's until the 28th. I guess this means continue, okay. The Japan Meteorological Agency, JMA, says to be careful of avalanches. I can't see. Strong winds and high waves. Oh my goodness. The Meteorological Agency is also advising people to check traffic information carefully. So yeah, basically let's say it's more of to warn the people. Just be careful. That's done. Next one. Okay, so this is something about the Paralympics in next year's Paralympic Beijing 2022. So let's start. 北京オリンピック日本の大臣などは出席しない。松野官房長官は来年の北京オリンピックとパラリンピックに大臣など政府の 代表が集積 I don't know why I keep pronouncing it 集積集積しないと発表しました。そしてオリンピックに東京大会の橋本聖子会長と日本オリンピック委員会の会長、パラリンピックに日本パラリンピック委員会の会長が出席すると言いました。松野官房長官は、日本は自由と人権法律を守ることが大切だと中国に言っています。オリンピックとパラリンピックは世界を平和にするスポーツのお祭りです。政府は全体を考えて決めましたと説明しました。アメリカなどは中国の新疆バイクル自治区などで人権の問題があるため、政府の代表が出席しない。外交的ボイコットをすると言っています。これについて官房長官は、日本はその言葉を使うことを考えていませんと言いました。So I think what they're trying to say here is that Japan is still waiting to take part in China's Beijing 2022 Paralympics, despite having, I think, certain countries' government boycotting it. Because I think they also made a similar post a few days back. I don't know what's up with that. Please, nothing strange. So you can see here, Chief Cabinet Secretary Matsuno has announced that no ministers or other government representative will attend next year's Beijing Olympics and Paralympics. He also said that Seiko Hashimoto, president of the Tokyo Games and president of the Japanese Olympic Committee, will attend the Olympics, and the president of the Japanese Paralympic Committee will attend the Paralympics. Chief Cabinet Secretary Matsuno said Japan has told China that it is important to uphold freedom, human rights, and the law. The Olympics and Paralympics are sport festivals that brings peace to the world. The government made the decision with the whole thing in mind, he explained. The US and other countries will have said they will impose a diplomatic boycott in which government representatives will not attend the games because of human rights problem in China's Xinjiang, Uyghur Autonomous Region and other areas. Regarding this, the Chief Cabinet Secretary said Japan is not thinking of using that word. So yeah, something like that. Apparently it's the same news. I don't know why they re-upload the same article. Maybe it's a mistake on their part. But yeah, so that's about it, Very simple. I just need to do a bit of Anki and I need to do my 15 words. So yeah, when you are doing 15 reviews a day at a consistent rate, usually you get to level up between 7 to 10 days. If you are very consistent, you're on the dot doing your SRS, you definitely do it in 7 days, definitely. Or 8 days, I think. I also use the reorder so that I can finish my vocab first, then finish my kanji. But the downside to doing that is usually you have an insane amount of reviews once you level up. Reason being is because when you do your vocab first, means all your kanji, the kanji you have not learned yet, will be bunched up together. So I think last level I had to learn 18 kanji in one go. So that once you so-called guru the kanjis, right, you unlock the vocab for the kanji. So in then now you have even more vocab for completing the kanji, which is annoying. But for me, I prefer doing the vocab first than the kanji, so that my brain better memorizing. So it's a very short one. I don't think I want to bother you with learning the words. And I also want to have my second part of my lunch. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, or wonderful afternoon, wonderful morning, or wonderful evening or night, whichever time zone you are. And also Merry Christmas to the people on the other side of the world. If you enjoy this stream, do give it a follow, helps out the Twitch channel a lot. If you're watching this via an archive video, do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. So yeah, this is Yuki. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully. Okay, goodbye.